What's up, fathers? It's your brother CJ. Welcome to the Divorce and Custody channel for men. Today, I want to react to this video of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith as they go through what appears to be a misunderstanding or a confrontation. And I believe that this is going to help us as we look through the lenses of the four horsemen of relationships as it regards to what leads to divorce. Okay? So I'm going to let you watch the video first, and then I'm going to come through and react to it.
You know Esther Farrell is coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me.
Oh my goodness.
If you could film me.
Esther, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Don't. No, because she don't just...
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused between one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start rolling. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch us stare at the red table because she's helped us a lot. Can't you tell?
Okay, so having watched that, I'm going to talk about the Gottman Institute, which has this study about the four horsemen of relationship which lead to divorce. This is an issue of communication methods that lead to divorce. And so they are all in this one video. And that's why I wanted to look at this video and analyze it. So first we're going to look at criticism. There's four of them. We're going to start with criticism. So criticism, as we're watching Jada and Will in this video, criticism is an attack on the core character of your partner. We are watching her calling him foolish, or foolishness is the behavior that she's calling him simply because he in this video has refused to participate in being recorded in something that she planned but that he was not advised of. So he's being criticized. Instead of her complaining about a specific issue, she's criticizing his entire being and calling that foolishness, okay?
Esther, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Over time, what criticism leads to is for the person to begin to feel assaulted, rejected, and hurt. And then they start to separate themselves from the spouse, and they turn to other people for a conversation or for a safe haven. Now, the second thing you're going to see in this video is contempt. Contempt is when you ridicule or criticize a person or mimic how they act or they follow through with their body language. What you're doing is you're bringing them down and you're mimicking them. You're putting them down.
Please watch us stare at the red table because she's helped us a lot. Can't you tell?
Contempt is the highest form of disrespect, which involves mocking, ridicule, and also involves criticism. Okay, and that's what we are watching in the video as we see Jada starting to say, look, this person has really helped us, and Will is not trying to admit that on video, which is why we need that person back again. That is contempt. She's looking down on him and praising the other person who supposedly helped their relationship. Contempt usually happens when a person has bad thoughts about their partner, and over a long period of time, they continue to perpetuate behavior that assimilates what they really feel about that person.
I'm still dealing with foolishness.
So on and on, they keep looking down on the person because of how they feel about that person.
So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start rolling. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch us stare at the red.
So number 3, we look at defensiveness. This is when a person, instead of hearing what the other person has to say and validating what that person says, it's when they look at whatever their agenda is and they put that agenda on top of the other person. In this case, Will is saying, don't record me without telling me. She's saying, hey, look, we're going to promote this whether you like it or not. Regardless of what you said, because of who you are, your characteristic, your foolishness, we're going to do this whether you like it or not. That's being defensive. She's not putting him in a position where, or she's not even listening or attempting to listen to what he's saying. She's made up her mind. So what she thinks is going to go down. Over a long period of time, a man feels disrespected, he feels unheard, and also he begins to just kind of shift away from a person because that person never accepts blame for anything. Instead, they always deflect and point the blame back to him. Here's the fourth and the last thing, and you're going to notice this from Will. Stonewalling. Stonewalling is when a partner stops responding to criticism, hurt, or insults from the other partner and just kind of walks away. They just turn away, or they tune off, or they tune out while the other person is talking.
You know, don't just start rolling. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch us stare at the red table because she's helped us a lot.
You're watching Will walk away after she has insisted that he show up in the video, and he's saying, I'm not doing this, and explaining why. But then when she keeps on talking, he just walks away. You're watching that action of communication called stonewalling. And what happens in the long run is that that person tunes out, and they don't want to speak to that person ever when that person raises any kind of issue at all. Now, this week in the US Weekly, Jada Pinkett Smith came out of that magazine talking about how Will went too far and that she didn't need any level of defending from him. Now, here's a man who's just gone out on a limb, defended his wife on a world stage. His career now is facing a downward spiral because he's being canceled. Movies that he was supposed to do are now shutting down on him, and the Oscars have put a ban on him for the next 10 years. And the person that he supposedly did this for is now saying, well, this person, they went too far and they didn't need to do that for me because I don't need that kind of defense from them. This happens when you love a person more than they love you, and they will look down at you in contempt. They will criticize your actions even though you are one of the greatest actors in the history of mankind. They will criticize you in front of other people. And they will do this, and eventually you will come to a place where you're just stonewalling, and eventually the next thing is you will file for divorce because this person is not helping you. You realize that they're not giving you the one thing that you need in life, which is respect. So there we have the 4 behaviors as outlined in the Gottman Institutional research about the 4 horsemen, the 4 deadly horsemen that lead to divorce. And if you're watching these kind of things happen in your relationship, then there is ways to correct those. But otherwise, you may find yourself at the other end, which is divorce. And I wouldn't want that for you. But that's why I wanted to highlight them in this video. It's easier to see when you're watching another couple go through it, okay? So anyway, guys, don't forget to hit like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to support the channel. And as always, I have the ebook, which is hot right now, the 10 things that your lawyer won't tell you about divorce and custody. You can get that at this link right here. And also you can set up one-on-one coaching on my calendar right here at this link as well. And in the meantime, it's CYA. Cover your assets.